Roupas de qualidade com preço justo é na Novais Variedades. Aqui você encontra tudo que você precisa, artigos esportivos, moda masculina, infantil e muito mais. Então não perca tempo, link na descrição.
Fala galerinha do canal Doublegamesz, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal, galera. E hoje lhes trago a continuação de Alan Wake 2. Então, para fortalecer o canal, já deixa o like. Se não é inscrito, se inscreva, ativa o sininho das notificações para não perder os próximos vídeos. Sem mais delongas, marcha pro vídeo. Bom, galerinha, estamos aqui, ó, no último ponto em que paramos a nossa última gameplay, tá bom? Vamos dar aí prosseguimento aí na nossa história. Vamos ver aí qual que é o objetivo principal. Ache Alice, saia do hotel. Isso aqui é aquele negócio lá que a gente tinha visto, né? Vamos dar uma recarregada. Olha os direitos autorais aí, hein? Cena final, clímax. Eu vou deixar do jeito que está. Sair. É marcha, filho.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Alternar a realidade não. Vamos salvar aqui rapidinho. E prosseguir aí na nossa campanha. Agora que tá ficando bom, eu vou trocar pra saga. Não. Ela vai esperar um pouquinho. Parliament Tower. Cá estamos, galerinha. Ó, atendimento VIP, hein? Por essa eu já tava esperando, hein? Return, Initiation 6.
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
Bom, nada aqui. É isso. Ó, não quero acreditar que vai ter algum inimigo, pelo menos não de início, né? Porque a gente não...
I needed to get inside the manuscript.
Que a gente ainda não tá tendo acesso a nenhuma arma, né, galerinha?
months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment.
A morte do Alan? Ô, louco.
I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear.
Escutando barulho, hein, galerinha?
I could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals.
Ixi. Ó o aproveitador,
When
hein?
I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
Barry Wheeler. Esse é o nome do talo, hein, galerinha? É lapada seca no lombo, fio.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
Vacilão. Aqui eu acho que é depois, hein? Acho que é sequência. Assistir a parte 1. Essa daqui é a parte 2. Fechar essa porta aqui, né, galera?
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window.
Cervo, velho. Que tipo de
It was a
substâncias?
balloon of some cartoon animal. And
Ah,
I looked out at the
tá.
street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
Parte 2 de 2. É isso mesmo, hein, galera?
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough.
Cara, eu não paro de escutar barulhos nessa casa, galera.
I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
Parte 2 de 3. Aqui você toma, filho. Aqui é a...
There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
The Dark Place.
manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Fim de parte. É, galerinha, mais um capítulo, mais um EP aí pra conta.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice.
Bom, o objetivo aqui é escreva.
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
Máscaras. Initiation Set. Fale com o Sr. Door. Ah, mano, só não vem com cantarolagem, velho. Por favor. Já tô cansado disso.
I don't have time for this, so let's get over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say.
Escape do estúdio do talk show.
Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping? I had no time to waste.
Bom, ali já tá tudo interditado. Que a gente já tinha visto já nas gameplay passadas.
Hurry, Tom. Here is the light at the end of the tunnel.
Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Ei muuttako on vaan check the granny in the snow.
Eu nem troquei dela, ladrão.
The help is also near.
Esses papos de louco pra cima de mim, vem, xará. Fim de parte, mais um EP concluído aí, hein, galera. Esse foi rápido, hein? Confesso pra vocês. Por trás das máscaras. Caixa de sapato. Alternar a realidade, não. Só vamos salvar rápido e... marcha.
To get to Parliament Tower, I needed to find a murder site. Zane would know where to find one.
Procure Zane no hotel.
Inside this messy maze of blood trails I was chasing the cult through, I ran into the filmmaker, Thomas Zane, an esoteric bohemian with a hard-on for acts of cruelty performed in the name of occult nonsense. A director wants to control every aspect of the world in their films. Is a cult leader any different? Was Zane just another alias for Scratch? There was a rumor that Wake and Zane had been working on something together. I was going to get the truth out of Zane with whatever means necessary.
O foco aqui, cara, não é nem sair na pancada com esses caras, velho. É fugir mesmo, tá ligado? Que, mano, olha o tanto de presença obscura.
Zane's room, 665, was upstairs. The elevator would take me there.
Nem sei pra onde a gente tá indo, galera, mas... Meia cinco.
Something told me Zane wouldn't be happy to see me this time.
Cresceu a barba do Zane, hein? A última vez que a gente se encontrou com ele, tava com a cara lisa. Ou é o Scratch isso daí? É o Scratch.
I'm in control now. The second you try anything, I will shoot you in the head. Scratch wrote return, not me. You're a fucking liar.
You'd given up. You stopped writing. You said it was too dangerous, that we didn't deserve to get out. And then he showed up. Scratch. He promised to write. To get me the hell out of here. He was magnificent. A visionary. I mean, it was art.
Bom, pelo que tô entendendo, nós somos o Scratch e esse é o Alan.
When he finished, he took return and left me behind.
Então, a pessoa má é o Alan Wake e nós somos o Scratch.
I know I fucked up. But you can still catch him before he gets out, before he gets to your wife. When you get to him, don't hesitate. Kill the bastard for what he did to us. There's a murder site in my cinema where my film Nightless Night is playing.
Ouve... Vixe, não tô entendendo mais é nada, galera.
I told you not to try anything!
Ixi, galera, o bagulho...
Oh, mercy. Thousands have gone missing, beyond the labyrinth of me. When you're lost in your own company. And cut! Oh. Now that is drama.
What the fuck? I had a million questions about Zane.
Filme do Zane, Initiation 8.
I had to find the movie theater Poet Cinema. The next murder site was there. Zane had created the film in tandem with Return to escape the dark place.
É, aqui...
I could see the searchlight beams in the movie
Had
theater.
I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of a cave. An echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Bom, siga os holofotes no céu. É, o holofote é aquele ali, né? O bagulho é correr, galerinha, sem nem olhar pra trás, filho. Melhor ficar aqui, né, galerinha? Deixar essa vingança pra depois.
Please enjoy the film, sir.
Bom filme, senhor.
The cinema lobby was a gateway to other realities on the silver screen. I could set a scene here.
É, deve ser lá de cima, lá então, ó. Bom. Encontre o local do crime.
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead of Scratch.
Ainda não temos nenhuma realidade, né? É isso aí, galerinha.
Did I stop writing at some point? I can't stop. There's too much at stake.
Bom, esse lado aqui já fizemos quase tudo. A gente já veio pra cá também. Agora só falta a parte aqui de cima.
I was missing something.
I felt like I'd been on this case looking for the cult of the word for a lifetime or more. The only case I'd ever been on. They would surface from the dark with their depraved acts of violence and fade back into the night, leaving behind bloody crime scenes and clues heavy with obscure meanings that led nowhere. Arriving at the cinema, I felt a monumental, terrifying revelation trembling before me, ready to open its jaws and swallow me whole.
This place had significance to the cult.
Palavra da
There was something
seita.
to use there.
Bom. Palavras de reparo. Raios divinos. Aumenta em 30% a quantidade máxima de saúde restaurada em refúgios. Restaura 50% da saúde máxima ao descobrir uma nova palavra de poder. Vamos aqui, né? Raios divinos, né? Que a gente encontra mais save runs do que palavras de poder. Bom, galerinha, tudo loteado, tudo bonitinho. Vamos aí para uma nova
The
escrita.
main event was the murder. I had to find my way to it. The first step toward the murder site. I was making progress.
Tudo mudou. Caixa de sapato. Galera, a gente tá num ponto crítico, hein, cara, que a gente vai ter uma boss fight. Que olha o tanto de recurso que a gente conseguiu, velho.
Someone had barricaded themselves in the room.
Pipoquinha. Agora é lá pra cima, hein? Pra lá não tinha nada, né? Porta trancada, ainda tô deixando alguma coisa passar. Ah, e aí? Palavra de ação encontrada. Pessoal, aumenta em 10% o dano causado a inimigos próximos. Inimigos têm uma dificuldade de 30. Vamos nesse daqui, galera, que os caras têm um olho bom, velho. Os caras me encontram a anos-luz de distância. Eu cruzo na frente dos caras, os caras já... Opa, vai pra onde, meu filho? Então, vamos tentar trocar aqui, né?
The scene changed with the story.
Aqui eu acho que a gente não tinha ido, hein? Ou já tinha ido? Aqui que eu não tinha chegado. Aí eu vou ter que mudar de cena, quer ver? É isso mesmo.
Do you a lot of good to talk, buddy.
It was an initiation ceremony.
É o Wilmo, né?
Or so we made our new members believe. 2 of New York's finest. They had performed endless favors to earn their place among us. We had something special waiting for them. And something very special for you, Alex Casey.
Who's your leader? Alan Wake? Scratch? Zane? Give me a name!
You will meet him soon enough.
A nata de
There
Nova
was
York.
no end to the corruption. It fit the genre, so I'd use it.
Galerinha, quando tá com essas luzinhas aqui, o nome já fala, né? A nata. Coitada da tia da limpeza, hein, mano?
The urban legends circling Thomas Zane were a bottomless rabbit hole. I'd done some digging. To film freaks, he was a mythic auteur in the art house cinema. A rising star coming to America from Finland. But he only created one film, Tom the Poet, before he went missing, mirroring the vanishing of the main character in the movie, played by himself. The biggest mystery was around his lost film, an early work made in Finland, Nightless Night, rumored to have mystic properties. Some claimed it was a snuff film, that the ritual murder in the film was an actual murder. There were no known surviving copies, but the cult chased it as if it were their unholy grail, just like Wake's books were.
Bom, vou mudar ali a realidade ali daquela parte ali para ver se a gente consegue avançar. Investigue o saguão do teatro. Pensei que tinha alguém ali, mano. Tá, mas o que que mudou? Bom, eu vou tentar mudar, né? Pra ver o que que acontece.
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed. The cops had gotten their 15 minutes of fame with the cult, and it had been a scream. They were the murder victims. I had to find a way into the projection booth somehow.
Dei um jeito de entrar na cabine de proteção.
It could not be opened on this side.
Será que é assim melhora alguma coisa? A gente vai ter que usar.
It was locked from the other side.
La La Land. It's you, following your master into La La Land. A sad bunch of clowns in funny masks and hoods, pretending to be a secret society.
Maybe it is you who's playing a role, Mr. Casey. A role carefully laid out for you. A puppet blindly performing the ritual steps for the glory of the cult. Huh?
What the fuck have you been smoking?
Nightless Night. A clip of the lost film survived. You will see, Mr. Casey. In the Nightless Night, you will finally see.
Nightless Night was Zane's film.
Wait.
It played a role in this story.
Secret lines. Everything nowhere.
Vamos tentar aqui, né, galera? Trecho do filme perdido.
What is this?
Victorious
light of the lamp shone out of the screen and revealed the door. Lane's lamp on the screen had no light. I could transfer the light in my lamp to his. I was back out into the night. The seedy alley away from prying eyes was a good scene for dark deeds.
Bom, vou dar um save aqui, galera, que o negócio tá tenso. Bom, galerinha, eu acho que por hoje eu vou ficando por aqui, tá bom? E em breve eu trago aí a continuação de Alan Wake 2. Se vocês gostaram aí do conteúdo, não se esqueça de deixar o seu like, se não é inscrito, se inscreva, ative o sininho das notificações para não perder os próximos vídeos. Dito tudo isso, até a próxima, galerinha. Fui!